Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. Hope you guys are having a great day. I was asked a very interesting question, and I love these kind of things because it makes me think, um, oh, well, how can I show that or what can I do to, help people out. Now, I have many videos on my channel of taking items and making them into something else, upcycling, recycling, whatever. Where if you go to your local arts or craft store and maybe they have um, scrapbook paper on clearance and maybe it's something you buy and you don't use and then you go through your stash and then you find it and you're like some of these colors are okay or this pattern's okay but I'm really not seeing it, or you want to make it work for what you're doing, whatever. And I've changed it into different mixed media paper and showed you how to do all that. And the question was, what do you do if you draw a face or paint a face and you don't like it? Um, do you throw it away? Can you redo it? And so this is a piece that I did. I was playing around with the Portfolio oil pastels, which by the way, these are from Crayola. I don't know if I said that or not. I can't remember, but I was asked. Crayola makes these. And they're wonderful. I love them. And there's different brands you can get. I think Prima sells the same thing, like a one like that, and you can get bigger or smaller amounts, in your thing. So anyway, so I did this and I was playing around and I wanted to draw and see, and use these with paint and see how it was. If you're interested in seeing how I did this, um, let me know down below. And I recorded it while I was doing it, which I do a lot when I'm just playing around, just in case I really dig something. But yeah, so just let me know. Uh, it started out as crap and it kind of ended as crap, but it's done and I did it. So, anyway, let's get started. So, what do you do if you're working with something and you don't like it and you want to change it? And we're going to change this into a completely different face without, gessoing over the whole entire thing. So, this is a face that I did, and I did a nose, the bridge of the nose and the nose longer than sometimes I do. I did the face, it's a big face. But let's say we want to make it a little smaller. We want the nose to be up a little bit more, maybe the face to be a little bit, I don't know, maybe we want to make it more into a more of a folk face. I don't know where we're going with it, but we're going to do it. Now, gesso. Gesso is the magic eraser. You can get gesso in clear, in white, in black. You can mix it with whatever color that you're looking for. Pink if you want it. I'm just going straight white right now. And what I'm going to do is we're going to change this. So you'll see it like this. Now I'm going to go, my gesso's almost going. It's like my third thing of gesso. I go through gesso a lot. And I don't even use gesso for everything. And I'm not going to take water right now. This is a completely dry brush because I want to get this as opaque as I can. And the portfolios are water soluble, which means something wet that goes on there, whether it's gesso, matte medium, glue, glazing medium, um, whatever. Even if you finish this, it's going to make this react a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going in and we're going to see what happens. And I want to make the face a little smaller. So I'm going to take that in. I'm going to leave the eyes. We can play with the eyes later, but I'm going to go in and I'm just going to kind of do this. Now I'm not digging. I don't know if you can see, but I used pink, for some on the cheeks, and I really didn't dig that much. So I'm just going to kind of wipe it like that. And the hair I'm going to let go until I'm done. And then I'm just going to take the neck out a little bit. Okay. Because I can kind of play with that. So now a big tip I'm going to give you is when you are painting, take a piece of printer paper, take a piece of scrapbook paper, take a piece of any kind of paper that you have. I'm looking here. I thought this is an envelope. I can't find. What the heck? I don't know. Don't ask. I have so much stuff going on here that I never know what I have. Here we go. So I just have a piece of printer paper, and look, I'm just going like this. I don't want to waste anything. And sometimes I do waste because if I'm doing a video or that kind of thing, um, I don't really have much sitting here, but I'm gonna try because you guys, I always say it, you guys always ask me, like, I don't ever see you, you're wasting. So sometimes you just waste, but I really try not to. Okay, so you see what we have going on here. Now you want to make sure this is completely dry because um, it's going to lighten because it's white gesso. If it was clear, it wouldn't. And I'm going to dry this really quick. Now I'm using my heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, use a hair dryer. You can get them so cheap at the dollar store. I mean, the dollar store, the thrift store. Um, no big deal. And if you don't have anything, sit for a few minutes. What's your favorite YouTube, your YouTuber, artist, whatever, and watch a video and it'll be done. Gesso dries very, very fast. You can see just kind of. Now, if I go and use pencil with this, my mechanical pencil, it's going to kind of dig in there, and I really don't want it to dig. You know what I'm saying? I love to dig, but I'm not digging right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paint, and I'm going to use a light brown color. Maybe I'll use this coffee latte. Terracotta would be fine, but whatever, and give it a little shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake your paint. Okay, I shook it. And I'm going to open it, and I'm going to take from the cap because that's what I do. And I'm going to take a small paintbrush. Look, if you don't have a small paintbrush, maybe you went and you had some money and you can only afford to get a paintbrush or a pack, and maybe they didn't have small, use a Q-tip. It doesn't matter. Take a little bit. Look, I'm going to get real janky here, but get a skewer or a toothpick, and then a little bit of tape, and take a little bit of paper towel and just wrap it around there and use it. I mean, really, go out of your head and think of ways. Everybody can paint, and you don't have to have everything when you first start, right? See, I have these chopsticks, and you can put it on this, or you can use this. I mean, really, think outside the box. That's what I'm all about. And I'm not going to wet this either, and I'm just going to put the tip in. And I want this to go up higher. Well, I know my chin's here, but I don't want it there anymore. I'm going to kind of take it in the middle of the mouth. Oh, that didn't sound good. Okay. Continuing on. So I'm just going to kind of give me a little outline. You can use a pencil. I mean, really, you can use whatever you want. But you see how I shrunk that up some? And then I'm going to go in for the nose. Now, I know, let me do the lips first. So I know the lips, we're going to kind of go here. And something to know when you're painting, look how funny it looks. When you start painting and it starts dragging, that means that you need more paint, that you're kind of running out. So just put a little bit more paint on your brush. And I'm just going to kind of draw on some lips and, kind of just an idea. I'm not going to worry about it too much, because I can go back and I'll fix that because I can fill it in. I just want an idea, because I might not want it like this. I might want it down more, up more. Who the heck knows with me? And then I'm going to go in for the nose here. Now, I don't know if you can still see the nose is right there, but where it was. But I'm going to bring it up some. I might even make it smaller. And look how different she looks from the beginning already. I don't know. I'm going to try to be fancy and put in right here a picture of the other one, and we'll see if I can be fancy. Can I be fancy? We don't know. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm going to try. All right, and then I'm just going to do the nose. And, it's all right. We can fix all that. That's the nose, and then I'm going to run it up some, just as a bridge of the nose to the eyebrow. Okay. And you see how we kind of, look how different. All right. Now I'm going to rinse my brush. And I'm going to take some skin tone color. Where the heck did I put my skin tone? Don't even ask what I've been doing in my life. I feel like I'll feel a mess. All right. And I'll shake it. And you know what? I'm going to use a little darker color, I think. Look, you can use whatever colors you want. Play. Do blues. Do grays. I love doing gray faces. I even have a video coming up of me doing gray faces. I'm just going to use folk art like Flush, which I enjoy. I enjoy all the folk art face colors. I know you guys asked for, a couple of you have written me and asked for giveaways on a couple of the different folk art acrylic paints face colors. So I'm working on that. And we will get to getting, because I know a lot of you want to do faces and you're nervous, this and that. That's why I have the odd girls. I have another odd girl coming up as well. This might even be an odd girl. Who the heck knows? But I'm going in for some face. And what I'm going to do is paint. Dry brush, not wet. And I'm going to go in with all, where I put the gesso. I'm going to leave the eyes alone. I'm not going to really bother with them right now. Come on, paint. This is almost gone too. I think I paint way too much. Way too much. I love painting. And I don't even care when they come out like crap like this one did. I really wanted to see what I could do with those, you know, portfolios to see, you know, where we're at and what kind of paint I can do and mixing, and because it's mixed media, what I love. And I'm just going in like this, laying it down. Now all I can think about is, did my daughter get to work? Because usually she texts us when she gets there, and she was running late, and now she didn't text, so I worry way too much. For those of you who don't know, I lost my son. He was 19, and his birthday's coming up Monday, which I don't even want to talk about, but he would have been 26. Ugh, it's crazy. But now my poor daughter suffers for that, as most of you know who've been with me for a while. My poor daughter. We drive her nuts. I know it's horrible to do. I know it's horrible, but I try not to. But I sit here and I'll be sick to my stomach till I know she's at work. I do have, though, I don't know if you guys know this or not, which this might make me even sound even more sick, psychotic, but on iPhone, since we all have well, me and her have an iPhone, you can get, like, I can find her location all the time. So I'll just have to go and see if she's at work, you know, which then I'll feel better. But she has a tendency that if she's running late or she's going out with her boyfriend and she doesn't text me or Dave, she's like, you can find me on my, you know, my iPhone app. Why do I always have to text you? Which makes sense, but, you know, I'm still neurotic. All right, and we're going to go in here. And I'm just going to lightly go over it. I'm going to go over it. And let me show you. And I'll just go in here too real quick, just to lay a color down. And then what I do is I'll take a paper towel and just kind of where I want it, you know, I'll just kind of wipe some of it off. And I just got to do some on the neck. But there's definitely times that I'm much more neurotic. Like this month has been a really bad month. And my son's birthday is coming up. It was Mother's Day. My husband's birthday. Like, it's just a bad month. So, you know, I'm a little bit more I guess neurotic than normal. I don't know. Probably not. I'm probably just as neurotic, but sometimes I get nervous. I'm like a bunch of nerves all the time. That's why art helps me. Art, you know, besides being ill with chronic illnesses and dealing with all that, you know, to have to deal with anything else sometimes is crazy. And this kind of makes me, unless I'm sitting here talking about it, and then I'm just crazy. Okay, so all right, here we go. All right, so you can see a little bit different. Not bad. I'm going to rinse this, and I'm going to dry this for a second. Now, a heat gun's basically used for embossing, which I know you guys asked about embossing, and I shall emboss. I just have to bring my stuff up, but it also dries. But like I said, a hair dryer is just as good, or if you just leave it dry for a few minutes. Okay. I can see that this light is blowing that out just a little bit. To move over this way a little bit. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm going to go back in with, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my portfolios, and let's see. A little bit wet still. That's all right. So I'm just going to kind of go in, and you essentially just draw. Okay, and I'm going to wait and use that. I think I might go in a little more. Now, when you're using your heat gun, I'm sure even the hair dryer, I'm just going to smudge this a little bit. It melts these just for a minute, and they'll harden up, you know, in a second. But it's like, you know, you're using wax. Now I smeared the blue eyes a little bit, but I don't care. I kind of dig it because the white isn't as white. But if it bothers you, by all means, go ahead and I'm just gonna kind of do that and give it a little shadow like that. And I want these to be a little darker because it's the nostrils, darker than that. And then the lips, let's not do pink. Let's do, let's do red. We'll do like a light red. Or do we want a dark red? Maybe we'll do dark red. And again, you don't have to, you can use paint. I'm just doing like that. Oh, itch, itch, itch. Woo, okay. Now we're gonna color it in a little bit. And we'll use a little bit of water there just to kind of form it a little bit better. Gonna rinse my brush off because I don't want anything on there. I want it wet though, so I'm going to leave it damp, which I hate that word, moist. And then we're going in. You see how it turns it into watercolor. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to link down below and up in the corner, right about here, I'm going to link the video I did with using these if you're interested in how they work. I'm going to rinse that off. They are water-soluble oil pastels. But again, you don't have to use these. You can use your Neo colors, you can use your gelatos, you can use paint, you can use watercolor, you can use whatever you want. All right. Now, if I really want to be anal right now, which, you know, I can go in and really clean this up. I would probably use a Q-tip though. Let's see. I love Q-tips in art to clean up and whatnot. And I'm just wetting it and kind of giving it a twirl so it has a little bit of a point, and then I'm going to go in. And you can do this even if it's acrylic paint. No worries. Acrylic paint before it dries is fantastic to take off with mistakes. Look at that. Mistakes no more. Mistakes no more. Oh, I always have mistakes. Some might say I was a mistake. Oh, I make myself laugh. Okay. See? Okay. And you can always go back in with more, of your paint, whatever you used to fix that. I'll do that at the end. But you can see, very easy, not a big deal. You can even put a little bit of white in there. You want to do highlights, but I'm not worrying about that right now. And now I'm going to think about the hair. So for the hair, I'm going to take my dark brown again, and I'm going in, and I'm going to frame that neck. And go around. Again, use your paint, use a marker, use whatever you want. Because it's always darker under the neck anyway, right? And then I'll take a bigger brush. I'm going to wet it. I'm going to dab, dab, dab. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of shadows here. A little bit of water. I'll show you something too. And you can do this with any of your water solubles. If it's wet, you can go in and go on top to lay down the color. And then, if you want to at that point, take your brush and get a smoother look. I'm just kind of going for hair. I mean, this is kind of like a, nothing too fancy. I just want to show you. And then we need a little darker in here still. Darker, darker, darker. You can do dark, dark brown, black, whatever you want. What color are you, Gray? No, you're purple. Oh, yeah. Why not? Use your finger if you want. Q-tip, whatever. Some people don't like to get dirty. Me, I'm all about the dirt. I'm all about the paint and everything. So you can see, you can really sit and manipulate and play. But that's not what I'm worried about right now. Now, let me just show you real quick, because I know you guys will ask, oh, how do you fix those lips? Just take your brush, make sure it's dry. You don't want any drippage, because drippage isn't always gone. That's when accidents happen, when there's drippage. So we're just going to go in and just give it a quick swipe around and then kind of feather it out. Okay. I think you get the idea. Just going to get that brush off, and then you can go in. I just am going to leave it like this because I'm pretty happy with it this way. No big deal. And look how different she looks. The face. Not a big deal, right? Completely different. So easy. Less than 20 minutes. And, like I said, I'm going to have a side by side, but you definitely can do different with just a little bit of gesso. If you don't have gesso, use white paint, okay? Don't write me how you can't use white paint for gesso. Couple people tell me, oh, you can't do it because this, that, the other. Look, we paint with white acrylic paint. If you don't have gesso, use white paint and do it. It's going to work. It's going to be fine. I have a little tip coming up, a video this week coming up to show you something, but of something that you can do. But white paint, gesso is just a textural thing where you get, it covers it, and it's like a matte paint. Like they tell you, you can go get like an ultra matte paint from your local hardware store and use that. Use your white paint. Never ever limit yourself or not do something because you think you can't. You can. So use white paint if you want. It doesn't matter if you have gesso, great. If not, use white paint or whatever color paint you have. It's about sitting down and having fun and doing art, taking your mind off of things for 15, 20 minutes, if not longer, taking your, doing your, your creativity and getting something maybe out of your head onto paper does not matter. You don't have to have the most expensive uh, paints and items. If you can afford them and you can do it, by all means, do it. If you can't, don't be hindered by that. Buy, like I said, I use folk art, which is the majority of what I use. I love it. You can get even store brands. Don't limit yourself. Never limit yourself. Have fun. Be creative. That's what it's about. Be artistic. That's all I have to say. So, if you enjoyed my video, my soapbox, please leave me a like down below and share me all over the internet. I would greatly appreciate it. I also have been doing where we are gonna, people who do something similar to what I'm doing on my videos, if you tag me on Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or Instagram or wherever, I'm going to take your picture and put your name up. And if you have a YouTube channel, all the better, I'll put your link. And at the end of certain videos, I will put like 3 or 4 of you guys at the end to show your artwork. I love doing that because you guys honor me when you do that. And I think that's all I got. So as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much. You guys rock. You guys rock. And that's all I have today. So I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.